Hello everybody and welcome back to Stationeers. As you can see, the base is in a little bit of a state. I've done some tidying, but we need a lot more room today. But before we need room, we need to get resources, and before we get resources, we need power to process them, and before we have enough power to process them, well, we're going to have to make some more power. And that's going to be the goal for today's episode, to expand our wind network, as well as to provide and produce some batteries to store all that good stuff. Speaking of batteries, I moved the charger from up here to down here, a bit more sensible, and that should keep us moving. Now, I think we've got enough juice currently on hand to make the kit batteries we need. Let's have a look here. Kit, battery, no, was it battery kit? It might be battery kit. It is indeed kit battery. There we go, 20 gold, 20 copper. Let's get a couple of those printed up. I'm thinking 2. Might be able to get away with 3. Okay, while those are cooking, we can also expand our base here. We have 1, 2, 3 potential spots we could slot in another iron frame. That would be pretty good to have. And I'm thinking 2 batteries is going to be more than enough for now. We're going to struggle to fill those as it is. So let's actually pick those up and put them away. Those are going to be our big old station batteries. A couple of extra frames so that we can expand our floors. In fact, we're going to need some steel sheets, or iron sheets rather, to work with that as well. So let's get a few of those printed up. You know what? While I'm here, one of them can fit up here. God knows that's been bothering me for a while, and that should hopefully filter all that stuff out. Let's have a look here. So we'll need 1, 2 sealed frames. I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. We're going to make an airtight little box for our batteries so that we can pull a vacuum, protect it from the cold. We'll need 1, 2 sealed frames. That's 4 sheets. 5, 6... I also want to expand the back there, so let's get a couple more just to be sure. We always need these after all. And then as for frames, how much iron do I still have? I got 129 grams. We're fine. Give me another frame of iron there. Okay, just 1 extra. I know it's more efficient to use steel, but for now we're just going to use the iron. And then you are going to make me more wind. Upright wind turbines. Iron. Always with the iron. Something else we are going to want while those are printing is some steel walls. That's going to be helpful. They're a bit tougher than the frames, and they're cheaper too. So let's get some wall kits going. This is going to be kit wall. Perfect. I'm going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. And you can continue making these things for me. Okay, cool. That is 6 walls. We have 1, 2, 3 turbines. We're going to get 1 more. Maybe we even go 5. Yeah, maybe we go 5. We can just move that frame over here. Perfect. And then I'm going to want to make some more cable coil heavy. We're going to want to be able to infinitely expand this without having to get into our batteries. And then in order to build the walls, I'm going to need these plastic sheets as well. That's going to take a while to print up, so let's go outside and start doing some construction while we wait. Okay, I think the way I want to do this is we're going to move this turbine, because it's kind of in the way. Oh yeah, we're gonna put you somewhere else, bud. You're great, but you're sort of in the way right now. Oh, we can stack those, nice. And then I want to get another one of these iron frames over here. And then I want to push this out even further. If this feels a little bit rehearsed, that's because it kind of is. This is the second time I'm recording this episode, as the first one was missing about 30% of the screen region for some reason. Don't ask me why. Ask OBS. Not the best software in the world, but it is certainly the most free software in the world. This won't be part of... That actually might be where we put the pumps and stuff, but for now we're going to weld these up to full. Perfect. You know what? We could do this one as well. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. No, we don't need to do that one as well. We got an extra sheet, but that's okay. Alright, then let's make ourselves a little box. We're going to make this out of walls, just because it's a bit cheaper. Now, we could make it bigger. No, I don't think we need to. I think we'll just make it the size it currently needs to be, which is that. And we're going to we'll put the last wall on later. We're going to eventually vacuum this out, so we can just seal up this part for now. And now we got to put in the batteries. So these batteries are kind of big. Power comes in the back and goes out the front, so I think we'll set them up. We'll make sure there's a bit of space for the next one. We'll put one there. Might actually be able to fit another one in here. But one there, we could actually fit them side by side, to be completely honest. Another one goes here. Make sure to turn it on. And then if we want to, there is space for another one, but I think that's where we'll put our vent, so we can actually pull a vacuum in here, like I said. Alright, then our wind turbines go down. We're going to want to do this soon, because we're going to get our first storm eventually. You get it within the first 10 days, I think. And we're going to lose out on a lot of power if we aren't in a place to capture it when that happens. Alright, next up, I do need to pull up these wires, but I don't think I'm going to just yet, as we can still technically produce some power, even if it's not much, while this is happening. We are also going to have to move this cable. Right now this runs to the water bottle fillers, and it's going to be in the way. We're going to have to run the mainline power in the back, and then the front line power back out the front to connect to this position. But I'll pull that up once we're actually ready to plug everything in. Otherwise, we're going to lose out. And that's a lot of coil, but I think we're probably going to have just about enough. And this we can run somewhere else at a later stage. You don't have to fix that right now. Okay, let the last one finish, and then we can stop this. Perfect. Okay, let's see how many we got here. I don't think we even got 50, but it is a good start to be sure. 36, that might just about cut it. We'll find out shortly, I'm sure. So you can now get a fresh battery. You're looking good. Okay, we are going to need a vent to pull air through, which needs iron, which is in here. And we're going to need a passive vent and an active vent. Passive vent to pull the gas through, and an active vent to do the actual pulling. And then we'll need some pipes to link them, because I think I'm all out. Perfect. And then we need another vent. This one active. And the sooner we can get this vacuuming, the better, because it does take quite a minute, quite a while for it to actually function. And then we need a couple of pipes, just to make the connection. There we go. And something we can actually do, just to make sure we've actually got a vacuum, if we're not sure, we can also put away this iron sheet, is to grab here and get a pipe pressure meter. Liquid pipe meter, kip pipe meter, there we go. They're really cheap, and we can just slap that over a pipe and it'll tell us what the exact pressure is inside the connected network. Bit of a cheeky way to do it, but it will work. And to do that, we're probably going to want a couple more actual pipes as well. Okay, very nice. Let's also make sure this battery's charging, and go and complete this segment. Well, not complete, but make some more progress on this this build. Okay, so before I get you all confused by the pipe network, let's sort out the electronics first. I think that is the right move here. You can put the heavy cable in your pouch, by the way, or in your tool belt. We're going to just do it this way. I suppose I could have done the cutting last, so that we would have, you know, that's whatever, it's fine. We would have continuous power while we're doing the rest of the layout. Okay, I think for simplicity, I'm going to put the junctions on first, and we can just run the straight cable between them, because this will also tell us if we even have enough. I don't think we have enough. Looking at this, I don't think we have enough, but we can at least plug it in. And I think rather than plugging in the back line, I think we plug in the end here first. We might have just enough to actually plug in these two wind turbines. Yes, we do. Okay, cool. So at least we're getting some charge coming in then. It's not much at all. But yeah, we're going to need a lot more cabling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can actually do light cables coming out this way. So let's get that plugged in now, so at least the base is still working. So that's the power port, I believe. And this is why we had to move that other one. I do hope that I have enough. I do hope that I have enough gold to finish this in one go. Otherwise, we're in a bit of trouble. Oh, we should also definitely make ourselves another suit. That's a priority. Maybe we do that first. Okay, before we use up all of our gold, copper, and iron making cables, I think we need to make ourselves another pair of suits. So give me a couple of space helmets. That's gold and copper. And then we're going to get a couple of space EVA suits as well. Okay, there's one helmet. And there's the other. And then we're going to want the EVA suit itself. What do we need to make the jumpsuit? Silicon. That's pretty easy to do. Make ourselves a repaired jumpsuit as well. You know, spare uniform. Thank you. And then we can make ourselves the EVA suit. EVA. Alright, this helmet we're going to swap with our current one. There we go. Don't let it complain, it's fine. And this busted one we're just going to put away to sell. And that's all we need. Okay. Now, in order to in order to use this suit, we are going to have to actually swap out a lot of our life support stuff. So it's going to complain quite a bit. And then we swap in the bad suit for the good one. And this suit is empty. Yep. So now for this suit, we should nominally... not nominally. We really should actually give it, like, tanks and stuff to go with it. Yeah, let's do that. And its own battery and all those good things, you know? Okay, so let's start off with the battery. We're going to need a whole bunch of stuff, really. You can start making me some canisters. And you can start making me some batteries. Battery cell large. Just need one of them. Okay, where's the steel? Somebody's got the steel. You got the steel. Okay, there's our 2 canisters. Now, they're not going to be the same color just yet, but that's not really a huge deal. You make me a battery. You give me these. We need to pick this up, hit R. We can drag that into waste. This one will be oxygen, so let's first prime it. And then we can put that away. And then it's going to need a handful of... Oh, where's the iron? There is iron in there. We're going to need a handful of filters. CO2 ones, specifically. Oh, that's all we need here. Thank you. And then I think we're going to want to stick that in there to charge. This fresh filter can go in here, as can that one. We'll get a full setup here. Perfect. And then this suit, we're probably going to want a little locker to put these in, aren't we? So let's pop out that iron. And let's get that sorted out for this. So give me a locker. We'll just need one. I think we'll make a little corner storage up there. Or maybe, yeah, we'll just need 2. 1, 2, I'm not sure. Hold on. Let's just print this, and we'll put a little locker up there for us to work with. Okay, overhead locker. Rotate it this way. Make sure it's not inside the window. That'll work just fine. Okay, so you can go up there, suit up there, and the uniform right over there. That looks lovely. And then, even though this really isn't perfect, we'll put a low battery one in there. It gives us a few seconds to get ourselves sorted. Okay, I'm happy with that. Another thing we can make here is the respawn point. This one right here. We need 1 gram of copper. Okay. We'll have to make that in a second. But that way if we die, we respawn inside the base. Which is pretty important for not suffocating. Okay, there we go. We got our cables, and we have a few more toys to work with as well, because there's a few other changes I'd like to make, just to kind of future-proof our power grid. But I think to get started, we're going to plug in all of these turbines so that we're making as much power per second as possible. Perfect. Oh, and I overmade them slightly. That's really good, actually. That's just what we needed. Okay, then we're going to put down another one of these. And actually, it should be on this side, now that I'm looking at it. It should really be over here. Yeah, that shows that the other one should be over there for simplicity. But let's first start by making this functional, because we can just move things over. Gonna pop out that frame, and then give me the angle grinder. Give me this. Put this over here. We're gonna have to clear out this this ice, obviously. And give me that. And then you can weld again. Nice. Okay, cool. That'll work. Then we're going to definitely want to clean up this so that we can actually move through here without too much trouble. I think what we're going to do is set this to flatten mode up there. And what that's going to do is just create a nice little walking surface for us. We don't actually have to put down frames here just to move around, which is nice. Don't ask me how it considers what the average level is, but I've never had a problem with determining it. It never goes too low or too high. Quite nice, actually. Okay. That is a lot nicer. Now we can actually see what we're doing. We have flattened the mountaintop, and it now belongs to us. Excellent. Now what's going on here? There we go. Okay, cool. So that's a big win. We are now producing a lot more power. I'll get the network analyzer out in a second. Yeah, we are charging this, and presumably we are also charging that battery. I think I should move this locker. to make life a little easier. But now we can start sorting out the atmospherics for this whole plan. Let's move a vent into here. Nope, we could even move that back one, just to give ourselves a little bit more control. Wrench to requires for deconstruction, my bad. Put you... You know what? Actually, over there is just fine. It's fine. Then we need the active vent, which we're going to stick just over... I think we'll stick it just over here. We're going to run 2 pipes. We're going to put the thing on this one. Although, honestly, just for a bit of style, what we could do is this. Because it'll look a little bit nicer. We can raise it up a bit. That's why I made the extra pipes, now I remember. And then this can just live here, and that's just going to make sure that that's actually a vacuum. So what I can do is I can slap... I can slap this on. And we see right now the pressure in there is 44.1, and that's because the passive vent is just equalized with European atmosphere. What we're going to do now is seal this off. Just like that. And then we're going to run this in. Just like that. And now we're going to plug in all of this, and we should be able to pull a vacuum in there, which is going to hopefully ensure that, that this all works as we want it to. Because right now we're losing a lot of power to the atmosphere. And as you can see, there we go. The pressure inside is dropping. And I'm probably going to want to move that at some point as well, so we can walk around. And we'll see a lot of airflow moving, from side to side in there. Perfect. And that battery is fully charged. Those batteries are charged, which means that these batteries are going to start charging up. And yes, indeed, they are. You love to see it. Okay, so we're just going to leave that running until it's done, and then we can pick up this. But we'll leave the pipe in there just so we know if there's ever a breach. Next up, what do we want to do? Next up, I want to move this generator and the solar panel onto the production side of this network. Otherwise, we might short it out if they produce power during the day. It's a bit of a problem. So what we're going to do is move it like this. This can become a corner piece. And then we can pick up the rest of this as well. Okay, solar panel up. Solar generator up. Oh, come here. And that's what I wanted to put over here. So now we have like a backup power generator if we need it. And we can slap the solar panel down here because it is free power. I mean, we might as well. We can just walk over it. So we'll just put that right over there. It's not going to produce much at all, but it is free. You know, we might as well just plug it in. Right there. And right there. Okay, nice. Nice. Now that way we won't ever accidentally produce and consume power on the same side, which would cause a short circuit. That is something we want to avoid. And I need another battery. That's something else we want to avoid, is dying. Oh, and there it goes. Yeah, we are truly flat out of resources at the moment. I think we are down to like 18 iron, 14 silicon, 3 gold. Yeah, we got lots of steel and copper, but that's about it. So definitely mining time, but nighttime is not the best time for mining time. So I need to figure out something else I want to do. And maybe we should have a look at making a weather station too, so we know when the next storm is coming. That's probably wise. We could stick a screen outside. We could stick a screen on there, and we could just look up and see it, and we'd also be able to see it from outside. That seems like a good place to put it, actually. So we could put the weather station just, like, there, I guess. So first things first, our respawn point, we're going to set back here. Worst case scenario, we sort of clip in a bit and we... Now we want to be able to see the thing. Hold on. Respawn point can go... Not rotated anymore for some reason. Sort of in the way, isn't it? No matter where I put it. I guess we almost never go over here. So yeah, I can pop in here and we could sort of just... We can jump our way around if we need to. Okay, cool. So now we can respawn in the base without fear. That's awesome. We have oxygen, we have heat. We just don't have light. It's a little bit dark. That's something we can sort out. How many lights can I make right now? Do they take gold? I think they might take 1 gold. 1 iron and 2 copper. We are completely fine. We can make some lights. This thing's flashing an error, which probably means that one of the filters is done. Let's have a look at you. Pollutan's fine. It's CO2. Okay, you can have my almost finished one. And this will just throw outside at some point. I think we're going to do 4 lights. 3 for the interior. Perfect. And one for the top of that roof. We can make a big flashing light. I think that might be a separate thing. Flashing light, yes it is. Man, getting these things up there is a real challenge. I'm always scared it's going to like clip around and kill me. Ah, the joys of early access. There we go. Which means you can give me some more filters of your own. Oh, we don't have enough iron for any more. Okay, cool. 2 filters it is. And you could just make me some more cable coil while I wait for the sunrise. And I suppose we can plan out some of the interior lights here. I like the angled ones. I think we'll put one there. And we'll stick one outside. And then we'll also put one here. That'll be good. Yeah, we'll stick one on this side and one on that side on the outside. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Then take this. Pick up all of this junk. I think that'll be fine. I've got half a gram. We might as well just round that off. Only good for cables. Okay, cool. So, let's go and wire this all up. Now, we could put a light in the airlock, the flashing one. I just hate the way it looks. It's very distracting and a little bit epilepsy-inducing, if I'm completely honest. So, I don't really want to subject my audience to that. So, we're just going to be not using it, I think. Okay, then you can go, I think, comfortably in the middle over there. And then we're going to stick another one up on this side. Nice and high. And then we'll put the flashing light right over here. Cool. Okay, let's wire all this up. And then we can also figure out how we're going to connect up the bottle collectors. Bottle fillers, sorry. I guess we just go down here. Yeah, I think that's the play. Okay, this is plumbed in. Turn it on, turn it on. It's not actually connected to the base just yet, so it's not actually going to run anything. But it's a good start. And then we can run over the corner here and wire this in too. Okay, and that worked out pretty well. We had just enough cabling. Glad we made some more. Is there anything else I'm missing? No, I don't think so. We just got to click the button over here. And then we cycle in and we turn it all on. Alright, and this is coming in here. So let's bring it down the side of the wall. I think we're going to need one more. No, we're good. There we go. Lights are on. Awesome. Now we can just go click, click. And the bottle fillers are filling. That's great. Okay, and this is officially... Yeah, we got... Pressure is 0. Straight up 0. There's nothing left. We can turn this off. And just plug it back in. Gives us back 2 of these. And we don't need to keep... We can use this active vent for something else. Alright, great. We got a little vacuum box for our batteries. And that means that they're not going to lose power to the void. It's fantastic. Okay, now it's about to hit daytime, and I want to do one last little thing before we move on to the next project, and that is go do some mining. A whole lot of mining. The next thing I want to do, really, is upgrade all my printers and my tools, just because it speeds things up considerably. And in order to do that, we're going to need a lot more resources. And so we might as well print another belt, because mining belts are, as we know, 8 stacks in 1 slot, which is really good. And they're, thermally inert, so we can use it as ice storage too. Alright, great. I'm not going to need the tool belt for right now. I'm not going to need the analyzer. And, oh, did I put the network card in here? I did. So let's see, what are we producing? Oh, that's what we're consuming. Let's go out this side. We can go do some mining now. But I'm interested to see what this gets us. So what are we actually making here? 180 watts, 230 watts, 250 watts. Okay, cool. So, like, it's... 240 watts is actually considerable. What's the consumption? Currently 345, and we're producing 500, 600, and it's going up. Okay, nice. So we're doing fine. Before we do anything else, I'm going to do something a little crazy. I'm going to take off my belt, and we're going to run down over here. I love this feature of the game, by the way. Let's see if it's still working the way I think it should be working. We're going to drop this on the floor, and we're going to paint it yellow. Yay! How cool is that? There we go. Okay, now we know that this one's got the drills in it, so we don't get it confused with the other empty belts. You know what? This might have been the one time where that ground penetrating scanner was actually useful, but whatever. We're going to look... Okay, so we are looking for nickel, silicon, gold, iron, and lead. Wait, hold on. Okay, so we are going out to look for silver, lead, and these are the sort of initial intermediary compounds we're going to need to do a lot of our starter work. And I see silver right over there. Let's start with that. We're going to need 50 silver and 50 gold in order to get electrum. We're going to need, here's some more nickel. We're going to need 50 nickel and 50 copper to do Constantin, and 50 nickel and 50 iron to do Invar. And then we're going to need 50 iron and 50 lead to do solder. So those are the four alloys we're looking for today. Constantin, Invar, solder, and electrum.
And rather frustratingly, I managed to find 47 nickel and not a stack of 50, so we're gonna have to find another node somewhere. But you know what? It's a good start. We need 100 anyway, so we're not done yet. You know what? While we're here, we should pick up some regular silver too, beyond the 50 stack we need, because there are some items which actually do require silver. Like, you know, making more advanced tools and things, sometimes they just require plain silver ingots. So having a little extra certainly will not hurt. And as always, I'm just going to expose a few of the remaining nodes so that we know to come back here and look for it again. Alright, next up, we do not need copper right now. We do need 50 copper to make the Constantin, so I'm going to get that much. But we don't need like 200 copper. We've been finding a lot of copper on this map. Something about this seed is very copper rich. I see gold, I see iron, I see copper. And I see lead! That's the big one. Okay, let's put away the silver. Perfect, so now we can start stacking lead in here comfortably. I think I'm going to go for 2 stacks, for the same reason. Oh man, and here's the iron right next to it. This is the solder spot, man. You seeing this? This is great.
Okay, we are back home with the first haul, and it's looking pretty good, I must say. I actually want to check something up here quickly, which is where are our batteries at? Yeah, they're pretty low still. I think I picked up some coal. We have enough steel for a while. I think we just run this generator. And you'll see now, if I use this, we are producing like just a stupid amount of power. What's that? 21 kilowatts versus the 500 watts from earlier. Yeah, no, these are going to charge up real fast. That 25 coal should give us like, I don't know, 2/3 on each battery, which is going to be, that's a hell of a lot of power compared to what we've been working with to date. Okay, we still need a little bit more nickel. We have some of the copper. We have some. Here it is. We have some iron. We have some silver. We have some lead. We need gold. We're not quite done. One thing I do want to do, real quick, is vent this. So we're starting from 0 anyway, and I'm going to do a quick little smelt here, just to get myself enough iron for another locker. I don't know why I did that while that was open. That was a mistake. Okay, that should be hot enough. I'm just going to literally do like these 4 units of iron. Perfect. And that's going to be just enough for me to buy, to build another locker. And you know, while I'm at it, let's just get some more copper out here too. Might as well. All these incomplete stacks. And you know what, to resist temptation later, I'm going to do the silver and the lead now as well. Just because we do not need them as... We do technically need them as they would be better for us as alloys, but I want to keep them as raw metals as well, because there's some value there. You know what? Iron is so easy to get, guys. Let's just do the iron.
Power critical.
Don't talk to me about my stuff. Okay, cool. There we go. We can get more iron. Iron's the easy part to get. Can I put this in there? What'll happen if I do? Excuse me? There we go. Just destroys it. Okay. Good to know. And we can vent that out. We don't want it. Okay, there are several things I want. For one, the nickel. That's that extra lump we can keep with us. The second thing I want is to make some more lockers. So let's do just that. I want like another, I don't know, 6 lockers. I want you to make a locker. There we go. And the big reason for it is that we can get some upstairs storage going on in here. There isn't much room for it, but there is a bit. Oh my god, and a good thing I'm inside. That's the first storm of the playthrough, I think, right? Alright, so, well, we don't need the lockers right now. What we should do is charge up everything we can.
But something else we can look at then is what our power production is. Oh wait, that's not going to show us production. We need to go outside. And I suppose we can put a big locker out here, just for some ore storage and stuff. So as you can see, the storm sits us at a comfortable negative 172 C. Wow. And with our light on, things are a little dark. That's quite an impressive shot. Hold on. Wow. A little spooky, huh? But yeah, we can give ourselves a big old locker here. Why not? I feel like I'm hearing footsteps in the mist. A little scary. Okay, we have not lost pressure in there. That's fantastic. Show me the tablet. Definitely don't try to fly during these storms. We're currently producing 7.2 kilowatts. That's a lot of juice. That's a whole lot of juice. And our solar panel is being damaged by this, though. We can repair it using this, as you can see. And I wonder if it's going to damage it again during the storm. It probably will. Yeah, these things are pumping out the juice. What is the actual... what is, like, the actual production on each turbine? Hard to tell. There is one way we can tell, which is to commit a very dangerous task. Walk all the way out here. Oh, I don't have my tool. I was going to cut off a wire so we could see what that one's production is. But, no. 7.2, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these. You guys can do the maths on that. 72 by 9. What's that, 8? 800? They're each making 800 watts. Yeah, okay. Never mind, I could do the math. Also, it's a bit hard to see, but we're going to put nickel there and copper there. That's going to be our constant. Then we can offload the silver and the lead. That needs gold, that needs iron, that needs nickel, that needs iron. Okay, and the storm is over. Fantastic. We do need to make ourselves a weather station, though. I think that's going to be our priority. Why don't we start working on that? Oh, look at that. And the battery, that battery's full and that one's almost full. That is awesome. We are set for power. Okay, so this is our weather station. It's kind of lame. All it does is tell you in seconds how long until the next storm. So for now, we're gonna. That's what it looks like anyway. Put it there. This is the thing. It's pretty straightforward. I think we just use. Oh, where's my tool? I should probably keep the tool belt on me for future reference. But I think we just use a torch or something to build it. What is it? Welding torch and 3 plastic sheets to build it. There you go. And it has to be outside, of course. But that's how big it is. It's a fairly large thing. We'll set that up in the next episode, I think. I want to continue mining today.
Okay, heading home, and we've done it. We have all of the nickel, iron, copper, gold, silver, lead, everything we need to make all the alloys we need for the next episode to really take this show on the road. I think I'm really happy with where we are right now, so let's just make sure we've got everything clearly where it needs to be. So for starters, that's going to be a nickel and iron. That's going to make our Invar. Nickel and copper is going to make our Constantin. The lead and iron over here is going to make our solder. And the lead and gold is going to make our electrum. That's awesome. Alright, then before we wrap up for the day, I'm going to just do a quick little smelt. Nice and simple. A standard small one at this point. And we're just going to run through these surplus metals over here. All the stuff we don't really have a purpose for at the moment, and that's gonna top up our supplies back in the base, you know? Big one here being the 42 gold we managed to find, because we are completely out of gold. You know what? We have the coal. I'm going to keep that over here. That's our emergency burn reserve for that thing. And that's all we need. Yeah, let's go to the interior, and we're going to melt up this ice and call that a day. And we're also going to need to vacuum that out, don't forget. Here. And pump that out. Okay, perfect. We also want to make sure we don't blow up our gas crusher there, our ice crusher. What is it currently at for volume? It's at 8.3, megapascals of pressure. Yeah, we need to vent out that nitrogen very soon, or we're going to have a bomb on our hands. And now we've got 3.2 megapascals of pressure in here, which is a ton of water, literal, just a huge amount that we are using to, again, use as a huge heat battery for this room. It's really, really helpful. Alright, let's eat and drink and call that a day. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been a lot of fun. I am completely out of time, unfortunately. I always want to do some more Stationeers, so I will be right back for the next episode with a whole fun smelting session. I think the next episode might be kind of short as a result of that, but it's still going to be a really good one, I'm sure. Until then, see you next time. Cheers. And of course, a huge thank you to our channel members and patrons for the month: Couch Potato, The Senate, Kelly Ananas, Call Me Bo 82, Riley David, LCG Canyon Sahar, Knee Cruncher, Old Man Tater, Frickin' Friendly Beaver, Not Gay Arthur, Cut Beef Go Ham, Jack Smallman, Rivo, Adachi, I'm Alpha, Alan O'Selahair, Charlie Weber, Mermix, Mel Roman, and Officer C4. You guys rock.